Scene 1. Time, 11:15 a.m. Place, haunted barn in California. At Rise. Layla is really bored at her class field trip, so she's whispering to Becky if they can explore the area and not be in the class field trip. The barn is very small, but the girls manage to sneak off without the teacher seeing them.
You sure this is a good idea? You know we are here to see if this creepy place is haunted. Do you remember that when Mrs. Enderby was talking? Or were you looking at your phone?
Of course, I know that. And I wasn't looking at my phone. But I want to show everyone at the school how cool I am for leading the group. I want to show Tom how cool his girlfriend is.
Hila, this really isn't a good...
Layla sees an odd-looking door.
Look at that door! Let's see what's inside of it.
Oh my gosh. Hila, you really need to be careful in here.
Layla grabs Becky's hand and takes her into the room.
Hila, I don't like it in here. Can we go back?
Door shuts.
Layla! No worries. Let's just open the door and leave, okay? Don't overreact.
Becky grabs the door. The door doesn't move.
Okay. The door isn't opening. Maybe we can climb over?
Becky, you're so funny.
What? Why is that funny?
I am not going to climb that wall. I thought you would know that. I need to make sure Tom sees me with my heels on. I just got them yesterday.
Leela, if you don't climb the wall, then Tom will never see your shoes. So I suggest we getting your butt up this wall, okay? Right now, the last thing we need to do is talk about your stupid boyfriend.
Are you saying that Tom is stupid? He's the sweetest boy you'll ever meet.
Does she really not remember that she's paying him? Because it sure looks like it. I mean, who would ever pay someone $20 a day to be their boyfriend? Whatever. It's not my business.
Layla and Becky start to climb the moldy wall that is covered in dust.
Becky, I hate this.
You just shut your mouth.
My shoes are getting really dirty and my dress is all muddy.
Leela, can you just shut up? I think your life is more important than your clothes.
Well, not necessarily.
Just shut up!
Becky, you don't have to overreact.
Leela, could you please realize that life isn't just about Tom?
Life isn't just about Tom.
Really? You talk about Tom every day. You dress for Tom. You leave a field trip to go to a barn that is haunted. And you even say that you like soccer, which I know isn't true.
I love soccer. Becky.
Just breathe, Becky. Just breathe. Leela, I have known you for more than 10 years. You have never liked soccer, but ever since you were with Tom, you then say that you love it.
Yeah, so maybe I now like soccer, but that isn't just because Tom.
You started liking soccer the moment you knew that Tom was the captain of the soccer team.
Ugh, Becky, just calm down about Tom. Why do you hate him so much?
Because you are paying someone to be your boyfriend. That's not how relationships happen.
Becky, Tom is none of your business, okay? You're acting like he's the worst boyfriend in the world. Just stop complaining about him.
Fine. I'm just trying to look out for you.
They get to the top of the wall. They are sitting on the ledge looking out into the inside of the barn.
Finally, we made it!
Don't worry, Tom, I'm coming! Becky, tell me, why do you hate him so much?
He just doesn't give you attention like he should. And don't forget that you are paying him. Leela, you have to realize that Tom doesn't like you. Just wait until a person that actually likes you comes into your life.
Becky.
You'll be much happier.
Becky, Tom likes me. You just don't see it.
Fine. Whatever. I don't care anymore. You do you.
Becky and Layla look around in silence. To stop the silence, Layla starts to talk.
Hey, Becky, doesn't this remind you of the shack we used to have a fort in? Like the haunted theme we had? This kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, that was in 8th grade. I remember it was before you met Tom. Man, we would hang out all the time.
Wait, what? What do you mean we used to hang out all the time? We still hang every day.
Well, ever since you have been obsessed with Tom, you are around him every day and nagging him all the time. I used to talk with you only, but now I have like 5 friends and we hang out all the time.
Wait, am I not your best friend anymore?
Well, yeah. You are never around anymore. Why are you surprised?
Becky jumps over the wall, feeling confident she escaped the barn.
You might have a problem.
What is it, Becky?
Layla realizes that she is in the same place where she started climbing. They are at the bottom of the barn wall again.
What the heck? Did I just climb up that wall only to find out that it did nothing? Didn't we just climb that? I'm so confused.
Well, yeah, I am starting to freak out ever so slightly.
Becky starts pacing in a circle while Layla is looking at herself in a piece of shattered glass she found on the ground.
I think I am in a dream. Why would we be here? We were going on a field trip to a haunted barn tomorrow, so maybe that's it. I might just be nervous about it. Why don't we just lay our heads down and get some rest, Lila? We might need some sleep.
Becky and Layla lay their heads on each other's body and try to sleep. Becky, after a while, starts to grunt and moan. A lady enters and starts walking with a dead glare in her eyes and looks like she is spacing out. Then she sees the 2 girls. She just looks at them for a while.
Interesting. Very interesting.
The lady kneels right next to the girls.
Sleep, children. Sleep peacefully. You will need lots of it. You have a rough trip ahead of you.
Lady starts slowly walking away again, with that dead glare again. The lights go down. Scene 2. Time, 1:30 a.m. the next day. Place, haunted barn. At Rise. The girls have been sleeping for a little while. They are still scared. It's really foggy and weird in the room where they are.
Wait, where am I?
Realizes she's in the same place.
Oh no. Please, no.
What is it? Becky, why are you here? Where am I? Where's my Tom? Tom!
I thought it was a dream. No, please, no, please, no.
Becky, why are you in my bedroom?
This is all your fault, Lila.
What the? Becky, where even am I?
You know where we are? We are in the freaking haunted room and can't get out because you wanted to be cool and go away from the group. But you know what, Lila? We are stuck in this place and we can't get out. So I hope you are happy with yourself, Lila. I hope you are happy that we are going to die. I can't believe you, Lila.
Becky starts sobbing and Layla starts to realize where she is. She tries to touch Becky, but Becky shoves her away.
Becky, I didn't realize that this would happen, okay? I just wanted to...
Lila, there are more important things than just being cool. Do you know that? I don't think you do.
Sorry, Becky. I truly am.
Sorry isn't going to help right now.
Well, let's keep trying to get out. We can do this.
I don't like you anymore. I really don't. But we do have to work together, but I am not happy about it. After this is over, I won't be around you anymore. You understand? You can just go hang out with Tom. I think you'll like it better.
Well, let's get going.
The girls start to look around, while the lady starts to come back slowly with the death glare again.
How does this place really work?
I just want to see Tom.
Lila, stop thinking about Tom.
Becky, you should really finish your sentence.
Who are you?
Sweet, sweet children. You're awake.
Becky and Layla look at each other, very scared of her.
Who are you?
Lady doesn't respond.
I said, who are you?
Lady just looks at Layla with a little smile.
I said, who are you?
Layla, I wouldn't get her mad. She doesn't seem too nice.
Well, she could at least be polite.
Excuse me? Who are you?
Lady just tilts her head and gives a death glare at Becky.
Please, could you answer me?
Layla starts to get really mad.
Will you just answer her?
Sweetheart, I wouldn't be so rude to your new neighbors.
Layla and Becky look at each other and scream.
Jacob's play, and Jose is in this one. Let me grab Jose at my
The Shark Tooth Necklace by Jacob Nepal. Scene 1. Time, 6 a.m. Place, Henry's bedroom. At Rise. Henry wakes up and turns on the lights. He checks a case on his table that is completely transparent. The case contained a shark tooth necklace from his grandmother. Henry notices that the necklace is gone. The only way into the case involves a key that only he and his grandfather know the location of. The case wasn't broken either.
Where's the necklace? Where could I have put it? I'm gonna have to check the whole house. This doesn't make sense. Where is it? How could someone take it? Also, why would someone do such a thing? I'm gonna have to book a plane ticket to Minnesota to see if the key is still there. If it isn't there, I gotta try.
Doorbell rings. Henry looks at the doorbell camera, then proceeds to grab a knife.
I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here because I know what happened to the necklace. Open the door. You don't even have to put down the weapon I assume you're holding.
Henry opens door with knife still in hand. Jack walks in with hands out to show he has no weapon.
Go on, tell me.
Henry puts down knife.
Who took the necklace? Where did he put it? And why would he take it? The only other person who knew where the key is my grandpa. He's dead now.
There's a clandestine government organization called the DAUI. It stands for Defense Against Unknown Items. Long story short, it was formed about a decade back when soldiers in Afghanistan found some rocks that completely disintegrated anything that touched it. In Israel, Americans found rocks with some similar qualities, but this time fashioned into a sword. The government decided to form the DAUI. This organization would work in secrecy to, as they put it, protect the citizens of the USA from items and materials that possess unknown properties.
Well, that answers one question. How about the others?
They took it because it had traces of the material. Luckily, it made almost no contact after it was put inside the case. Yes, I know, they took it without you knowing. That's how they go around completing missions. It's abhorrent. That's why I left. Anyway, let's go find out where it could be.
Scene 2. Time, 11:27 a.m. Place, a Washington, D.C. parking lot. At Rise. Jack and Henry are hiding behind a bush, watching to try and spot a senator from Oklahoma. This senator had once found out a lot of information about the DAUI, and they tried to assassinate him. Jack later saved his life and knew the DAUI wouldn't strike again.
Why exactly are we looking for the senator?
When I was still part of the DAUI, they gave me a mission to go and assassinate the senator because he found out almost everything about the DAUI. This is when I left the DAUI without doing a clearing. They basically erase memory. Anyways, I saved the senator's life later, and I knew the DAUI would deem it too risky for their security to strike again.
Oh, totally get you. I hate when that happens.
Found him, there, to your right. We're going to approach him peacefully.
Jack and Henry start towards stage right.
Excuse me, Senator. I think you may remember me. My name is Jack Hawkins. This is my colleague, Henry Smith. In case you don't remember me, I'm the person who saved your life when the DAUI tried to kill you. Anyways, hoping you could do us a favor. Mind telling us where the temporary storage facilities are?
I do remember you. Now, the locations, when I found the file leak, it had many different sections. The buildings you are concerned with are these.
Senator Johnson hands Jack a piece of paper from his pocket.
Let me see that. Okay, so what's on here? Temps were locked in Dare, Oklahoma. Temps were locked in Harmony, Minnesota. And finally, temps were locked in Green River, Utah.
Its location, Henry. Thank you, Senator, for your time. Henry, we're going to Minnesota, Utah, and Oklahoma. I think we should go to Minnesota first. Get in the car.
Whatever you say, boss.
Really? I'll drive unless you for some reason
Henry opens door and is already in the car.
Just as I thought.
Jack and Henry start driving on the highway and use an exit to another freeway to be alone.
You've ever been to Minnesota before? My grandpa lived there. In fact, that's where the keys were. We'd go hunting together a lot. I loved him so much. He always wore that necklace. Said it helped him hunt. I died. He gave it to me. I put it on one day. There it hurt. I put it in the case. I've kept it ever since.
It's probably because of the material in it. Whoa! What was that?
You good, Jake?
In case you didn't know, this bionic eye has a lot of cool features, and it detected a missile. The U.S. doesn't.
Calculate warp speed and go explore the stars. Did I mention that I'm an inventor? Ingenious creations have been my passion since before I could walk. This is thanks to my mother and father. They were ingenious Aardvarkians. They invented and explored until one day they didn't come back. There was a worldwide search. Finally, after a year of searching, their bodies were found dead. The cause is unknown. Keeley's family was kind enough to let me stay with them, then inadvertently blow up their house.
Lights down. Set pieces for the next scene move in around Avari. Scene 3. Time. 576 ALU. Place. Keeley's garage. It is filled with junk that will eventually become Avari's spaceship, and there are minor burns from explosions and soot everywhere. At Rise, Avari is working on her spaceship, while Keeley just got home from school. Avari is absolutely covered in soot, and her fur is singed from a minor explosion. Avari has already graduated school and decided not to seek further education because she wanted to build her rocket ship.
Hey, Avar, what happened to my parents' garage?
Hey, Keeley, garage? Maybe a minor explosion?
What? Avari, it's bad enough that people see you digging through the trash for spare parts. Now you're blowing up my house.
Hand me that thrust vector, will ya? I'm still getting the engine to work.
Avari!
Shows annoyance, but tosses what she hopes is the thrust vector to Avari.
Oh, wrong thing. It's silver, and you probably have to roll it. If you actually threw it, it might cause a minor explosion.
You mean like the one you just made? How lovely.
Tries to move the equipment Avari requested.
Just shut up and help me.
Avari gets up and starts rolling the thrust vector that Keeley couldn't move. Keeley makes her way to the house door to go inside.
I'll be back to help. I need to just make a semiconductor for homework. It's easy, so it should take no time.
Shouldn't it? Come out as soon as you can.
Avari works for a while and is about to go in to find what Keeley is doing when a voice behind her startles her. Lights go down. Scene 4. Time. 7.
Let's keep my identity from strangers.
I can easily change that. That part about strangers, I mean. I'm Avari, I'm 14 years old, I'm working on something that will change the world as we know it, and more. Now, you know everything interesting about me. Your turn.
In that case, I'm Mando. I hope you won't mind if I don't tell you my age. I'm trying to change the world too. Maybe we could help each other.
Good one. I work alone.
In that case, I will leave.
Stalks off stage.
Keeley, Avari in. We have a 1, 2, 3, 2 on our hands.
What? I can never remember our number code.
There's a suspicious person who just came up to your driveway asking about my spacecraft. I told him some stuff, and long story short, he said we should work together. Oh, and by the way, you should study our code instead of stupid semiconductor that I could build in first grade.
No need for insults. I'll be right out. We're following him, right? Did you plan to track her?
No, I didn't. Of course I did. What do you take me for? I used one of those really tiny ones that I had to make a robot in order to wire it because my fingers couldn't grasp it without crushing it.
Is about to say something else when Keeley bursts outside.
Finally, an actually good use for our communicator chips. Should we get going?
Yes, follow me. We'll need to be stealthy. Step where I step and don't make a sound.
Okay.
Avari and Keeley follow the tracker on their hologram and eventually come to a dead end. To follow Mando, they use a holomap, which is a box that has buttons you can program the directions with, or connect to a tracker. The holo image projects and shows targets the way Google Maps would.
What now?
It says that we're standing right on top of it. Ugh, my tracker must be broken. I shouldn't have used a stupid prototype model. I should have used it.
Wait, you're onto something. We're right on top of it.
Oh, yes! Mando's lair must be underground. Jeez, Keely, for once you're smarter than me. I should feel proud of you.
Shut up. Help me look for a secret entrance. This is way more interesting than any 1, 2, 3, 2 nonsense. Wait, who's Mando?
My code is not nonsense. Mando's the guy we're tracking.
Yeah, Let's go.
Keely and Avari commence looking for the secret entrance for a while. They are moving at super fast speed and intense music plays.
No luck, but I do have a setting that tells us where he went. Oh, hold up. Wait, something weird is happening. It's glitching? That's not possible. Huh.
What is going on?
Don't ask, just slow me down.
But I can't act until I know what to do.
We're not gonna get in tonight. Let's go home.
We can't just quit.
We're not quitting. We're leaving this for another day.
But
Come on, let's go home.
Keely exits stage right. Avari starts talking to the audience.
To be honest, I kind of had this hunch, even before we started looking for his lair, that what Mando had done was magical. I knew because the way he held his shoulders, the coldness at my suspicion, and the way he stalked off. I just need Keely to connect the dots herself, otherwise she might not believe me. Keely may not be a genius, but she's a good assistant. Also, she's fun to have around. And I don't want her thinking I'm crazy. There haven't been massive amounts of magic doers in, say, 11,175 years. There were still magic doers after that, just the practice wasn't popular. In case you're wondering what the heck the old magic is, it's basically the channeling of impetu energy. After the engineering era started, there have been so few gifted in the magic that otters, including me, thought it was myth. It's a manipulation of a natural force that eventually corrupted itself, lending its power to evildoers. There is a legend meant to scare young otters that there are still practitioners out there. And if you aren't careful, they'll come for you and your creations. This is partly based on the legend that the Selves, who practiced the use of power, were against all forms of technology and those who supported it. I better be careful, or else I might find inexplicable, unfixable problems with my spacecraft, and all because of Mando. But since some of the stories are true, all of them could be too, right? There is another myth that says that there is a root to all magic. Destroy the root, destroy the corruption. If Mando decides to play with my rocket, I will use his roots to shake the fall lines. If I can find a way to get into his lair.
Lights go down. Actors come out for a bow, and the lights go back up.
Really quick for a brief talk back, ask some of our favorite questions about the stories you just heard and the characters, and then we'll wrap up for the night. Oh, Jake, you want to put your chair up there on stage? Look at this anyway. Peter, you can grab a chair here too.
Okay, questions for our playwrights. Leo, nice and loud. While Peter puts his chair up on stage. All right, Leo, go ahead.
This is for Peter.
Okay.
I was wondering, do they ever get out of the cycle?
Okay, do Jack and Jake ever get out of the cycle?
No.
They're trapped forever in the cycle of the rooms.
Yeah, it just makes it sound more interesting.
More questions? Yeah.
How was it hearing the actors perform your words? Was it different than you expected, or pretty much what you had in your head?
Jacob and then Alma?
I mean, obviously there was some difference because, I mean, if you didn't specify exactly how it was and the character, you can't like describe how they're acting to the actual actors. I mean, there's some difference, but it's not some major like changes in the entire theme of the story.
What kind of Jacob was saying is where you have this vision in your head and you think think exactly everyone knows your vision while you're reading the play, but I thought it was kind of, I was like, when they were reading my play, I was like, wow, I didn't really think about that. And I felt like it made the play a little bit better, so having someone else read it can really help you like change details of the play, so I kind of liked it when they read it instead of me.
Cool. More questions?
I have a question. Where did you get your inspiration for your story?
So, the whole thing is kind of based off this country that I've kind of created. And yeah, so that's why there's all kind of weird names and stuff like that.
Cool. Ella wants to answer that.
So, I didn't really have an
Put it
idea.
close to your mouth so we can hear.
It took a while for me to find an idea, but when I did, I just, the sea otters thing, I just knew I wanted to make it about sea otters because I really like sea otters. They're my favorite animal. I also really like space and stuff and kind of like technological gadget things. So I wanted to make it about the future and stuff, and I wanted them to be high tech so they could do things that for like, teleportation and communication with other planets. But I wanted to have something to do about going into space. So that's why I made her invent the rocket. And yeah, and also so then like I had like this entire world in my head, and yeah, you'll notice the story isn't really complete. So if you want to hear the rest of it, I'll make a podcast out of it. So yeah.
Her podcast is coming out here in a few weeks. Brennan, do you want to answer that one too?
Yeah.
Your idea?
The inspiration I had came from my mind. I was just kind of stuck on what to make my play about, so I just kind of started cycling through ideas, and then I just kind of created random football scene with 2 girls in high school.
Peter, I'd like to answer.
Mine was actually based off of a Star Trek episode when they were in like a cycle and then the Enterprise exploded, but then it restarted and then did that like 5 times and then they got out of it. So it was more of a happy ending compared to mine.
Great. Any final questions before we say goodnight for our playwrights? No?
All right, thank you guys for coming.